I think that music is art, and I think it's also expression, and I think it's also praise to God. I think here in the music building, people come together to create music as an expression of joys and sorrows of this life, and we're able to create it together and lift up our praise to God through keyboard playing, through organ playing, through instruments, through singing, through percussion, through any instrument. Psalm 150, grab any instrument and praise the Lord.
We are very blessed to have the BJ Haan Auditorium, and it is a beautiful space. We use it constantly. It's used for organ lessons, for organ practice. It's used for ensemble rehearsals, for choral rehearsals, for guest artists that come in and present to the students and community, and it's also used for student recitals. A lot of what we do benefits the community, and they get to enjoy this space as a beautiful venue for performance.
I love the crowds at Dordt. When I think of like a jazz concert, well, I mean, there's people in the audience like dancing along and stuff, but then like after concerts too, people stick around, like both in here and out in the foyer and just chat for sometimes like hours.
There's definitely an excitement about being in this auditorium, and we see it. I see it in my organ students when they have the thrill of playing on the Cassavant in the auditorium. We see it in our ensemble members when we give a concert and they step out on stage and make music in the space. There's an energy and an excitement about being in the space.
Coming here, I've really just developed a deep appreciation for like choir, for like classical music. I've really fallen in love with it, and the texts especially that we sing in like a concert choir, in the poetry, and just, I mean, we'll spend time in rehearsals just dwelling on them, and then to be able to perform them, it's so, yeah, real. Even if it's the 100th time, I don't know, it doesn't like grow old.
In music ensembles, you grow close with one another in a different way than you do with your other classmates. You're not coming to your choir or band rehearsal thinking as an individual, you're thinking as a group, because your goal is to make music together.
The nature of the BJ Haan is a communal hub. So we're gathering for worship, we're gathering for prayer services, we're gathering for guest speakers, for lots of concerts. And I would say the one thing that connects all of those, maybe two things that connects all of them, all of that's for God's glory, whether it's a chapel service or an orchestra concert. We're all doing that for God's glory. We're also doing it to serve one another, to grow in community with one another. And so, yeah, it's cool to see that space acting both as a community hub where we're growing together, but also all of it's for His glory.